Good morning, sexy Scorpios. Let's see what we have for you today. I had like 4 songs randomized this morning on Spotify for you, so you got a couple of extras. Whether they're good or bad, I'll let you make your mind up. All the songs that come through in the reading will be in the description box down below. You can go and check those out, listen to them, check out the lyrics, see if they evoke any particular feelings, if any lines stand out to you. It may not be the whole song, it may just be 1 or 2 lines in it that kind of really make you think. But yeah, go and check those out if you want to. They're in the description box. But the ones that came through this morning, I'm sorry, Illicit Affairs by Taylor Swift, that one's back again. It came out for Libra yesterday, so if you're on the cusp of Libra, Scorpio, maybe check out their reading too. As if to kind of pour salt into the wound, we also got Caramel by Suzanne Vega. It won't do to dream of caramel, to think of cinnamon and long for you. Watch by Billie Eilish. There's that Scorpio vengeance energy. I'm going to watch your car burn with the fire that you started in me. And then Caught Up by Usher. It's a bit of a change of tune there. I think that could be like maybe somebody is kind of caught up in a relationship with somebody, 2 people in a relationship, perhaps one person is fighting it, they're trying to deny it, and the other person's kind of like, I can't stop thinking about them. So we'll see what that is. You got quite a few intuitive things. It was really funny because nothing was coming through, and then about 3 o'clock in the morning I just got a wave of things. So Linger by the Cranberries came through very, very, very loudly. Like, really did feel like someone was blaring this song in my head. It just constantly, like the whole song start to finish, really loud, like ran the whole way through. And then Rehab by Amy Winehouse kind of came in and out a little bit. A specific line, but I didn't write it down. 1 second. I had to Google it, but it was if I had the time and my daddy thinks I'm fine. So maybe, I don't know, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. It was coming up though. Model cat. I keep getting this thing of like maybe somebody makes model animals or something. I keep getting this random thing that comes through from time to time. But it was like maybe a pottery cat or a teddy bear possibly, but not particularly furry. A cat sat down like this. It was quite white coloured, but it had like quite, I think, like black markings on it, and then like it's almost like someone has stuck like fake whiskers to it, or like, I don't know. I don't know what it was. Maybe like fake glasses on it, or it looks funny. It looked like quite comical to me. Then I saw a young deer with the kind that has the spotty back. So is that a reindeer? Yeah, that's all I saw. Just a young deer. Sort of, it was facing this way. Its back was kind of here, and its head was sort of up here. Then I saw somebody walking. I felt like it was a feminine energy walking, but it could. I'm not 100% sure. But it's someone kind of walking in the dark. So either they were on a driveway or a road, and there was like trees and shrubbery, especially on they were kind of to the right hand side of this road or path or driveway, and there was a man's silhouette. I saw several kind of almost like clips or photographs of this man's silhouette, because it was quite dark and the sky was quite blue behind them. I could just kind of make out the shape of this man kind of coming kind of in and out of the shadow of the trees or the shrubbery. So I don't know, maybe somebody's met somebody at night like that. I don't know. It didn't feel creepy. It just felt like somebody was meeting up with somebody. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. It didn't feel like, I didn't feel particularly scared. But then, talking about feeling scared, I then saw, I don't know if people remember Chucky. It was like a possessed doll, God's sake. But it was, I saw specifically Chucky from this movie, but it had blue hair, and it was like, you know, trolls in the 80s, like collectible trolls, but it had like this like very vivid blue hair. So, but it was like Chucky's face. So yeah, I saw that. Maybe somebody has a doll like that. I don't know why you would, because that is terrifying. Right, I think that is all the intuitive messages. Oh, we need to randomise a song for you from Spotify. So I'll do that on camera for you now. I like to do it on camera just so people can see kind of my process of how I do it. I'm on Discover Weekly. It's a new playlist. It randomizes on Mondays. It's things that aren't on my likes. This one is now because I liked it yesterday when it came through for Libra. But whatever randomizes, I have no idea what's on this list. I haven't actually looked at the playlist. It may be songs I know. It may be songs that I don't know. It could be anything. But Scorpio, random song for you today.
My name's Adam Kay, and
you got an advert. You got an advert. Okay, I'm going to pause, and when this advert kind of finishes, we'll have a look at the song. You may have got a glimpse of it then. I didn't quite catch it, but it flashed up for a second there. So I'll skip the advert, and then I'll be back with you. There we go. Dizzy by Vic Reeves. What? Scorpio, what? Okay, Vic Reeves and the Wonder Stuff. I will cure you. Dizzy, maybe you know somebody who looks a little bit like Vic Reeves. I don't know. But it's a cover of the Beatles song, Dizzy, My Head is Spinning, like a whirlpool, it never ends. Maybe somebody's called Vic, Victor. I think I had that recently, actually. Somebody called Victor. Or Victoria. Something like this. Vic Reeves. Maybe something to do with I'm getting what's his name, something Reeves, Christopher Reeves. He was Superman, right? The Wonder Stuff. Yeah, like he almost he I don't think he particularly looks like Superman, but he's kind of styled a little bit like that with the glasses and the floppy hair there. So I think that might be where I'm getting that from. I will cure you. Dizzy, my head is spinning like a whirlpool that never ends, and it's you, girl, making it spin. It's you, Scorpio, making it spin. You're making me dizzy. So I don't know, what is that? What is that for you? Oh, I just have to point out, I've just had a bobble around my wrist, and it's left this mark. So if you spot that, it's not awful. Actually, my hands are really battered and bruised. I've got a cut there, a cut here that I have no idea where I got that from. I just woke up and I was like, oh, I have a cut. And I was drawing on my hands with red pen yesterday because I'm a child. So yeah, you may see some interesting marks on my hands. But from that though, I got that somebody may perhaps have a tattoo on the hands or the fingers, or they might be doing the henna tattoos, perhaps getting ready for some kind of events. So that may be relevant for you, it may not be. I am going to sneeze, and then I'm going to tune into the energies, and we're going to pull some cards, Scorpio, and find out more about what is going on for you. Back soon. Okay, Scorpio, as I'm tuning in, a couple of things. Now, going back to the Chucky with the blue troll hair, I feel they kind of took me back to that. And the reason why I was saying it was like a troll hair is because I had, as a child, a troll with this very, very blue hair. And I just really liked the style of it. But it was actually, I think, a doll from all around the world. And it was from, you know, it's part of a collection, trolls from around the world. I think I had like an American one as well, and I can't remember what else. But this one, I really just like the colouring of it. It had like a cheerleader costume, and is it the Star of David, the blue star that's like that. So I think that's the Star of Israel, right? So I don't know, maybe somebody is Jewish, or perhaps somebody is Scorpio. You're a sign that's very interested in kind of like the mysteries of the world, the things that we don't know, the other side, spiritual matters. So it could be that perhaps you study different religions, because I kind of had it's Hindu, isn't it, that or Hindi, that does the henna tattoos on the hands when people get married. So it could be that you're or just not even studying, but investigating different religions, or you're just interested in the different stories behind different religions, the kind of why these religions do what they do, possibly. So that could be someone. What else did they remind me of? I think there's something to do with that Dizzy song, but it's gone. It's gone out of my head. Oh no, it's gone out of my head. It's so funny that I'm saying that, because it was literally Dizzy. My head is spinning. Thank you guys for making me say things that jog my memory. My head is spinning. I was getting, again for Libra yesterday, vertigo. Somebody may have vertigo. I'm getting, sorry, just randomly, intuitively, I'm getting told that somebody could have fallen, perhaps as a child or teenager. Somebody fell, and perhaps because of that they have a fear of heights now as an adult. They possibly get a sense of vertigo if they get high up. So that again is a message for something about ears as well. Someone may have like an inner ear problem, makes them a bit unbalanced. Again, all these random things, it could just be for one person. So if it's not your thing, just leave it. I was getting in a reading last couple of weeks. There's this reader who just keeps saying the names of my relatives. I don't kind of want to say which reader it is because it's a little bit personal, but in a reading the other day she said the name of quite a few, it's always men. She's not said my name or my mum's name, but she's said the name of my grandpa and his brother. And it's funny because I was like, that's my grandpa's name, and it's not like a very common name. And then I was like, right, if she says his brother's name, then I know it's like, that's confirming it for me. And that was the next name she said. And then I was watching another reading and she said my granddad's name. So it's like 3 grandfather type, granduncle people. So I don't know, I always feel like I have to say these random messages because they're going to mean something to somebody. Somebody out there is called Victor or Victoria. Okay, so let's go. Let's see what the cards have for you today. Scorpio. Reading for Scorpio today, please. Thank you. Stingray. Immediately they gave me Thunderbirds and 2 swans there as well. I am getting kind of soulmate energy, possible twin flame energy here. I didn't want to sort of say it. I was already getting it from the songs. I'm reluctant to say it because I don't want to kind of put thoughts in people's heads or tell people something if it's not necessarily a message for them. So do remember it's a general reading, but I am picking up this kind of energy here for somebody, because the swan card, it mirrors. So it could be a soulmate connection, 2 people mirroring each other. It feels like there's a very strong soul tie there, you know, again from those songs that were coming through. It's sort of like, I don't understand why I feel the way I do about you. It's such a strong feeling. I feel like it's you know, it is mirrored, so both these people feel like this about each other. They're giving me Swan Lake for some reason. That again came out sort of for Libra. They had a card that looked like a Black Swan, which I think is a movie with a ballerina, Swan Lake. And it's interesting as well because they were like covered in tar in that card, and here this card is very, very white. So it's almost like a continuation, I feel, from that Libra reading where somebody's coming across as actually being very, very pure. The Stingray card as well, you can see here the Stingray has all these rainbow colours up its spine. This is to show somebody who's straight and true. This is the way I'm reading it today. It's kind of saying that the chakras are all lined up with this person. They could be ascending. You can see it's flying upwards while swimming upwards. It's probably not right if I have it like that, it's swimming flat along the ground, but I'm seeing it today as like an arrow pointing upwards. Somebody is moving in the right direction. I feel like if you're acting in high honor, if you are doing the shadow work to clear out the metaphorical tar that holds you back. It's often things from childhood, the way we were raised, things that happen to us that knock our confidence or create patterns of bad behavior, you know, codependency issues. When you start to, this is the brilliant thing about tarot, because it's almost like it does hold up a mirror to ourselves, makes us look at ourselves and say, oh, actually, I understand now why I'm behaving the way I do, why I have these patterns of behaviour. There was something again in that reading where she said my granddad's name, and it wasn't even my reading, it wasn't a Libra reading, and she absolutely called me out on something, and I thought, oh my goodness, I do that, and that is why I do that. Oh, okay, right. I'll take that advice on board, and I'll work on that. So interesting. Somebody could be called Ray. Somebody could like Sting. Uh, what else? They're giving me Ting Tings as well. That's not my name. They call me something. They call me Stacy. They call me her. They call me Jade. That's not my name. That's not my name. Somebody may keep getting somebody's name wrong. Somebody may be really bad with names. I know I am. I'm just seeing it's not a smile, but I'm always seeing like this part of the stingray here as having a smile. Also, they're drawing my attention to kind of the tail being whip-like. There is a sting to this person's tail. Again, stingray. Scorpio energy, right? There is a sting to your tail, Scorpio. Don't mess with the Scorpio. Right, okay. That's interesting already, Scorpio. So I'm curious to see what else comes out for you. I'm just having a look at my camera to line that up. And I'm going to have a bit of my coffee and write that song down, so I'll be back with you in a moment. Yeah, maybe some of you are spending time with somebody who is a bit older, who they're having trouble with the memory perhaps, and perhaps they don't remember people's names, so they give them pet names. Because that song says, "Are you calling me, darling?" So it might be somebody who's like, "Oh, come on, darling, come on, son," because they're scared of getting somebody's name wrong. Possibly. Again, could be these are all like side messages. It could just be a signifier for one person coming to the reading today. But let's pull some cards. So a general reading for Scorpio, please. What is going on, please, for Scorpio? Not. Oh, it's got a couple of things here. So not unsuccessful plans. So you can see that somebody's. Oh, it could be a marriage. I'm sorry. Could be somebody tried to tie a knot, and there was a problem with this possibly, and the jug. Light-hearted, carefree time, but it's in the reverse. So I feel like somebody had plans to have a light-hearted, carefree time, but there was some kind of problem, some kind of tie-up. It didn't happen. Or it was, you had plans for something to be very, very happy, but it didn't work out like that. It actually turned out to kind of all go horribly wrong. So take that as it resonates. It can be something in the past. It can be something that's current for you. Just see how that resonates for you. Lightning. Oh my goodness. Scorpio, control your anger or you will be sorry. Yeah. Scorpio, you do have that sting in your tail. You do have that tendency to want revenge in situations sometimes, or to really be quite vindictive. That is just the shadow side of Scorpio energy. It's not all Scorpios. It depends on the placements of your chart, all the different planets in your chart. So some will have that more strongly than others. But kind of basic Scorpio energy, you really do have that sting in your tail. So this is saying control your anger, because if you act impulsively and vengefully, you could definitely regret your decisions later. It could definitely backfire on you. This is calling for you to take the higher ground, ascend like that stingray. Yeah, definitely don't descend to baser instincts or baser feelings of retaliation when something doesn't work out. Can you get me another card, please? Just one card would be brilliant, thank you. Frying pan. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, Scorpio. I mean, it could literally be that you're frying like a nice steak. For some of you, it's just like, yeah, I do fancy a steak for tea. I'm going to do that. Others of you, trouble and accusations. I feel like for some of you, you are facing trouble and accusations. For others of you, I feel like you have this urge to cause trouble, or to point fingers or to accuse people of things. And if you feel like that and it's coming from a place of anger, of feeling perhaps betrayed or vindictive in some way, this is really telling you to take yourself off the heat, remove yourself from the situation, go for a walk, listen to some music, do whatever you need to do to disassociate from being in that fire, you know, in the heat of the situation. Take a few steps back, have a breather, don't act impulsively, don't, you know, control the anger. Basket here, recognition, reward for merit. Now it was in the reverse, which means that somebody could be vengeful or angry because they feel like they haven't got the recognition they deserve. Perhaps they've put a lot of effort into something and they haven't been rewarded for it, and it's making them feel really quite betrayed. Is kind of the energy that I'm getting. I am going to take it in the upright as well, because it may be one story for one person and one story for another, but recognition, reward for merit. What I'm getting here is that if you act in high honor, you will be rewarded for it. So the decisions that you make now, they're telling me going into Christmas, so it could be something that comes up for you over Christmas time, perhaps when you get around the table with family, you know, something like this. Dolphin there as well, look. Financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past, so it could be relating to something that you did in the past. Dolphins are very, very happy. They go with the flow. They don't let things, they don't let the waves batter them. They jump through the waves. So you wouldn't catch a dolphin type person being vengeful and simmering. The dolphin would just continue to be their happy self and just jump over any kind of difficult energy that comes towards them, and that makes them happier in the long run, and more respected. So the energy really here is saying act in high honor, Scorpio. If you feel I'm getting very much like betrayed, or not even disappointed isn't the right word. It's like done wrong by, really feeling like you've had the sharp end of a situation here. You know, perhaps you went for a job and, you know, somebody got it who you thought, well, they don't deserve that job, I deserve that job. Or perhaps it's like a relationship that didn't work out, and you kind of feel very, very resentful towards that person. Yeah, just act in high honor. And I feel like the more kind of stoic, and if you lose control of your anger, if you take the vindictive route, it's going to end badly for you. If you act in high honor, you're magnanimous, you know, like don't be a sore loser, you know, take it well, and people will respect you for that. I feel like you could almost shoot yourself in the foot if you try to cause trouble in a situation, Scorpio. I'm sorry that you keep getting these readings, Scorpio. You know, I know some absolutely lovely Scorpios who aren't like this at all, but you know, this is what's coming through. I'm not controlling the cards. I'm handing over control of the cards to the universe, and this is what they want to talk about. So I am sorry to the Scorpios who come to my reading who are lovely. You know, if it's not your story, that's absolutely fine. If you want to continue watching and see if there's any smaller messages in here, you know, absolutely welcome to do that. If you want to just kind of see how this plays out as a piece of entertainment, you are more than welcome to. Just be aware though that it is somebody's story. Somebody does need to hear this. So if it's not your story, don't kind of get upset. The universe has decided that this is the most important story to tell right now in this general reading, which is an open reading for quite a few different people. If it is your reading and it's resonating, know that my guides are here for you. They've got your back. They've got your best interests in mind. So do take their advice. You know, use your own intuition to know if it's your story or not. Basically, take it as food for thought rather than literal orders from the universe. Right, okay, let's go. Oh. Okay, fine. Beetle, good fortune. Yeah, good fortune will come if you act with high integrity, is kind of the message that's coming through in this reading. You've got the parrot. Someone will gossip about all your secrets. This may be what has angered you. Scorpio, I'm sorry. I'm almost getting a sense of Chinese whispers here, though. It's like somebody could say something, somebody else could interpret that slightly differently, and it's a sense of when it, before you know it, the kind of like the secret's out, but it's become twisted. It's not a true reflection of events, and perhaps you feel quite hurt and hard done by because of this, because perhaps people have the wrong perception of you. Again, I feel like understandably and quite justifiably, this could make you really feel quite angry, but I think it's how you channel that anger, what you do with it, that really matters. Because I think if people are already thinking badly of you, Scorpio, because of some lie or some misconception, and you go in and act quite vindictively, that actually reinforces the negative opinion of you in these people's minds. Where actually, if you go in and you are calm and mature and handle the situation well, then people will actually think, oh, maybe I've got Scorpio wrong. So this is, I think, what's causing that frying pan feeling for you. Wealth could be a factor here. Perhaps people are jealous if you are doing quite well. Or it could be saying that, I mean, you've got good fortune and wealth. You could literally, if you act with integrity, I feel like you could actually get some kind of financial payout in the long run. Woman, dealing or relationships with a woman. I mean, that could be anyone, right? Mother, sister, I nearly said father. It's quite clearly woman, though. Sometimes in the tarot you can switch things around a little bit in terms of gender, but this is quite 100% like you're dealing with a woman. Otherwise I feel like that card wouldn't have bothered to come out. Yeah, I don't know. So this won't be you. I feel like this is if you identify as female, this will be a different woman that you're dealing with. It could be somebody who is quite gossipy. Perhaps it's somebody who parrots information, but they don't think about what they're saying. Yeah, there may be a sense of people repeating what they've heard without actually verifying the facts in some way. Again, it could be something that happens at Christmas. People who like parrot something that the hairdresser said about the election, and you're sat there thinking, well, that actually isn't true. There's no like facts behind that. It could be something like that. Okay, 1 second. Okay, honesty time. I just needed to do a massive burp, but I didn't think you needed to hear it. But I thought you might like to hear about it. So there you go. I spared your ears from my big burp. Lightning, not jug in reverse. So unsuccessful plans, control your anger or you'll be sorry. Light-hearted, carefree time, which I feel like something went a bit wrong there. Tell me more about lightning, knot, and jug. Thank you. Oh my goodness, you're getting too many cards. Yeah, so here this card is telling me, it's almost like verifying for me that somebody isn't checking facts here. Somebody is parroting information and not doing the research, not checking anything. This card says that you need to look at a situation more closely. It's a magnifying glass. It also might be saying that something has been magnified out of proportion. Maybe people are focusing on one aspect of something, but it's they're perhaps not looking at all the other aspects of this thing that's going on here. You've also got this Tree of Life card. It talks about ancestry, family, like a family tree. So again, there could be something to do with perhaps a family situation here. It also carries a meaning about health, healing. You can see with the rainbow there, that signifies healing. DNA there with the with this kind of like structure in the middle of the tree. So it could be regarding any of those things. I'm also noticing the birds up there today, the robins kind of chattering away. Again, I feel like there is a sense of people gossiping or parroting information, Chinese whispers going on where people perhaps don't know the details, or they don't bother to look closely at the details. They're too busy just being what people are like, right? Just having a gossip, because that's what they do to be sociable, some people. So Yeah, it's like some people just want to have something to say, I feel. 44 may be a significant number for you. It breaks down to an 8, which is to do with something that kind of feels like a never-ending story, something that keeps repeating, as a cycle that can't be broken, a bond that can't be broken. 5s are to do with changes, some kind of change. There may be a sense that somebody needs to look at their own health and they're not looking at their own health. It may be an issue with something. I'm really getting something to do with like inheritance, but not inheritance like inherited traits or inherited behaviors. It could be something to do with and with the jug, it could be somebody who you know, if their parents drank too much, they've learned that behavior. You know, they come from a family that drinks a lot, so they drink a lot, but it may affect their health. They may have to heal this ancestral behavior, and that could be for somebody. It's also the 7 of Cups, which is a card about choices. Feeling a little bit overwhelmed, feeling a little bit like you've got a lot of different people coming to you, and you kind of have to perhaps it's like you're choosing where to go, which family member to visit, or something like this. But it's a sense of reevaluating friendships. But I feel like with the magnifying glass in the reverse, it's almost like somebody isn't looking at the fine details, perhaps, of these connections in their life. I hope that's helpful to you. Okay, frying pan. Recognition, reward for merit, and trouble, accusations. Tell me more. Whoa, there we go. Oh, right. I'm going to look up this card. It's I think it's the clock or time. I'm not super familiar with this one. Again, there's a sense of birds. It could be like Twitter or social media. People gossiping on social media, or it's a very social media thing that people don't check facts. Somebody posts some kind of quote, you know, or statistic, nobody bothers to check it, and they all start just repeating it. So there may be a situation like this going on for you. 37, somebody may be 37, maybe a significant number in some way. 3 and 7 breaks down to a 10. You know, if you add those two numbers together, you get 10. 10s are about significant endings and new beginnings, kind of death and rebirth energy. So time. My appearance brings time to the forefront of importance. I may be approaching or passing, so be attentive. Use me wisely to provide perspective. Perspective, somebody needs perspective here. Look around me to better understand my involvement. Certain cards may slow me down, but sometimes a quick action will get you the crown. So yeah, just time. I would say that there could be a concern here with aging. Again, this sense of like inheritance. What are you going to have inherited that is going to be revealed over time? Sort of like health concerns, perhaps. I'm also getting a sense of with this with these two cards here with the 7 of Cups, somebody not looking closely at relationships. It may be that you've invested a lot of time in a certain relationship, or you know, you had this plan, it didn't work out. So it could be friendships, family members, people you work with. I feel like you've invested a lot of time into something, and perhaps you need a closer look at those relationships. Are you investing your time in the right places? Either that, or a sense of you feel like the time you've invested has been wasted in a certain relationship. So take that as it resonates. Tell me more about the this wealth or fortune. Why the parrot and the woman is here, please. Tell me more about this situation. The child in reverse. Could be a situation here regarding a child. Literally a child if you have children, or it could be something to do with your childhood. Again, we've got this sense of like inherited behaviours, perhaps. There could have been something, I feel quite negative about this person's childhood. Perhaps something happened that made them grow up very, very quickly, and they lost that sense of childhood wonderment, of imagination, of believing in fairy tales and the impossible, and the kind of the things that make a child see life through this kind of brilliant dreamlike state, this fantastical view of the world that children can have. And I feel like perhaps something happened that made you mature very, very quickly. Perhaps you had a difficult childhood, or it was a certain event. Perhaps you were, I'm getting somebody could have been the oldest child in the family, and they had to perhaps step up and do some of the assist with the parenting of the younger children. I'm getting kind of like stolen childhood because of the parrot. It's like like pirates carry parrots, like pirates steal things, so stolen childhood. But there's something here regarding a child, but this child has come out in the reverse, so I don't know. 1 and 3 breaks down to a 4, so this is about foundations, home life. Perhaps somebody felt quite displaced. Perhaps somebody felt like they kind of moved from pillar to post a lot. Perhaps they were passed around between relatives. They have whatever it is. There's something to do with childhood where this person felt very, very unsettled, very. I'm getting this sense of movement of never really being able to feel like they had solid foundations underneath them. It gave them a sense of perhaps insecurity, especially as an adult. Perhaps this person may have became a little bit obsessed with material things, with wealth and fortune and possessions, because perhaps they didn't have that security as a child. Perhaps they had parents who always struggled for money, something like this. They may have a gambling problem now. I am getting a kind of preoccupation with money, but it comes from a place of feeling like they want to feel stable. But I think there's a problem here where the behavior is making them financially unstable, possibly. I don't know who this is, if this is you or someone that you're dealing with. Could be that you're going to take some kind of lucky chance regarding a relationship with a woman, possibly. Okay. I'm just going to pause for a second. I'm going to retune and we'll carry on pulling some more cards. Okay, so tell me more about the unsuccessful plans. Gift, right. Again, that's another number 8 there. Perhaps somebody planned to get somebody a certain gift, couldn't get it. Again, it could be childhood, like maybe somebody was disappointed that they didn't get something they wanted for Christmas, or a specific gift. Again, I'm getting this sense of somebody who perhaps expects a lot materially from relationships. It could be that somebody maybe like, I want that specific ring, or I want that specific expensive gift. If you love me, you'd find a way to get it. Or just a sense of like somebody who takes too much financially in relationships. Perhaps Scorpio, you've been overgiving to someone. Control your anger. I don't know. I'm not getting anything else from that. It might mean different things to different people. Recognition, reward for trouble, accusations. Tell me about the trouble and accusations. What are the trouble and accusations concerning, please? Mature man. So you're dealing with an immature man. It's in reverse. Could be somebody who is perhaps, it could be this concern here as well. Trouble, accusations, a sense of concern regarding somebody who perhaps should be like a father figure. They should be mature. They should be somebody who you can go to for comfort, for advice. Should be someone who's knowledgeable, who's worldly, who is very fatherly, can give you that kind of nurture, that masculine nurture. But perhaps this person didn't live up to their expectations. It could be somebody could have a father who was a gambler. It led to this sense of instability in the household. Perhaps something to do with gifts here. Perhaps this person didn't have the money to buy people gifts at Christmas because they gambled it. Father time, trouble, accusations. Somebody could have acted immaturely. Someone could have acted on bad advice, which has caused trouble and accusations and this sense of concern, right? Okay, why is the child here? My video cut out. Why is the child here in reverse? Toil and labour. Somebody could... I feel like somebody had a very difficult childhood. Somebody may have had to work more than a child should have to work. Again, this sense of maturing quite quickly. Labour as well. Labour could mean somebody had a difficult labour, a difficult pregnancy. Somebody could have, lost a child. Could be something to do with work. It's something where effort has been put in. I'm not going to pull any more cards on that. Journey is now on the underlying. Somebody could need to take a train journey, perhaps some sort of journey. Someone could be on a spiritual journey, a healing journey, probably a healing journey actually with that tree of life there, regarding some kind of family situation from the past. I feel like somebody could be working very, very hard to heal a situation from the past. Whether that's with a connection, heal a connection with somebody else. But I'm seeing it more as like healing patterns of behaviour within yourself because you've inherited it through circumstances growing up. That's kind of the main message that I see coming through here. Again, they're drawing my attention back to that Amy Winehouse song. What was it? My daddy said I'm fine. But if your dad has bad patterns of behaviour, if they're shown as somebody who's immature, then sorry, I just got a message from school. If they're shown as somebody who's immature, then what's fine to them might not be fine to you. They may say, "Oh, you're fine. Everybody drinks too much." But actually, perhaps there's a health issue arising for you. Does that make sense? That it may be fine in one person's eyes, but actually it may not be fine, is the way this is coming through. Tell me more about this gift, please. Thank you. I'm using this deck today because it has deer in it and because I saw a deer for you. It felt like a good one to use. It's like a gift that didn't come. So whatever this gift was, an offer, something of tangible value here with this Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles can mean a gift. It can mean, sometimes it can mean an engagement ring. Not necessarily though. I'm not seeing anything else here that talks about marriage. But it's something tangible of value that I feel somebody expected. It didn't work out though with those unsuccessful plans. It didn't come with this death card. There was something was supposed to be given, but there's this ending here. Death doesn't necessarily mean literal death. It can do. Do be very, very careful if you've got any niggling health concerns. Also, if look at the health problems perhaps of your ancestors, and see if there's anything there that you need to take extra precautions of, extra warning signs perhaps. You don't want to inherit any of those illnesses if you can avoid them. But I'm seeing this more with the way that the cards are laid out. I'm seeing it more as an offer that didn't come, a gift that didn't come, something of tangible value, something real that didn't happen. I'm also noticing the mother and the father, they're both but I said father and I didn't mean to. So perhaps this is definitely with this mature man in reverse. It could definitely be a father here. It could be that a father died quite young because of health issues, because they didn't learn lessons. They weren't knowledgeable, possibly. I'm really sorry. It could be, it doesn't have to be a father, it could be a father figure. But I feel like, yeah, perhaps somebody missed out at Christmases because they didn't have this family member around. Mother of Swords, so perhaps the mother had to be quite they had to take action. They had to perhaps because maybe this person had bad patterns of behavior, perhaps this mother figure had to cut this person out of your life, of their life, of the child's life. This woman and mother figure is probably the similar energy. This person is knowledgeable. This person is shown as not having knowledge. This person is shown as very, very wise. I feel like a mother figure took a wise decision to end a relationship with somebody who was perhaps quite immature, but it meant that financially this person struggled a little bit more. They didn't have as much money perhaps, but this mother of swords is somebody who could be an air sign. They're shown as quite intelligent, maybe not book smart, maybe they don't have the grades, but they have a kind of sense of wisdom about themselves. They're quite a logical thinker, a strategist. They're not afraid to cut things out if they need to, and they will speak the truth. Take that as it resonates. Literally the Ace of Pentacles and the Gift are more or less the same thing, same meaning. They're just drawing my attention to 13. Could have happened when you were 13. Why is the mature man in the reverse, please? Thank you. Quite a few cards here. We're definitely getting story time. I definitely feel like this is something from the past. Just one second. I'm not sure if someone knocked on my door. No, I'm just expecting a couple of parcels this week, so I'm sort of listening out. The Five of Wands. This could have been somebody who possibly could have been quite argumentative, possibly violent, possibly there could have been some kind of sense of competition or combativeness attached to this person or this situation. Ace of Cups. This is somebody making an emotional offer. It's a new emotional offer. I don't know why that's there. Putting the work in. Seven of Cups there. It could be that this person has re-entered your life. It could be that they left your life, time has passed, and they want to make amends. This isn't coming through as an apology, though. The apology card would be the Page of Cups. But there is an opportunity here for a fresh start with this person, I think. There is an opportunity to build bridges, but they could definitely still have this sense of combativeness around this situation. Somebody wants to put the work in, though. There is a sense of this improving over time, given some time and effort, but somebody is making a choice here about whether or not they want to accept this cup. Again, there could be somebody who has options. They don't need this relationship in their life. They have other options here. The Father of Cups. There you go. I feel like this person is trying to come back with love, with emotion. Could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This could be you. You could be turning your back on this situation. It is a black swan. It's interesting you had the white swans here and the black swan. Again, if you're on the cusp, go and check out that Libra reading. It may have some extra information for you. Somebody may have felt like the black sheep of the family, almost, or the ugly duckling in the family. I'm really seeing that, though, there is a sense of like being in the shadow here. The Father of Cups, they are in the upright. They have a depth of emotion, but I feel like they definitely are coming in like they're the black sheep of the family. And I think possibly with this Swan card, this person feels like they've healed more. They feel like they are... they've done that shadow work, where this person, I think, is still carrying some sort of shadow with them. Some shadow of the past, perhaps. Some again, there's this sense of like I think you need to hear this person out, because it could be that if this person left your life, the people who remained behind, like these parrots, they may have said a lot of terrible things about this person and not told you about the good things about this person. So I do feel like you need to at least hear this person out. It's up to you whether you choose or not to have a relationship with this person, whoever this is for you. But I feel like they've been kind of tarred and feathered, possibly unfairly, or even if it's not unfairly, it's like you perhaps don't have the whole of the situation regarding this person. I think perhaps it's a case of if something goes wrong in work, blame the person who's not there. It's the person whose days off, it's their fault. It's almost that sense of like they weren't there to defend themselves. They weren't able to put their side of the story forward, possibly. There is a sense of not having all the information here. 2 cards about not having all the information. Again, it's up to you. It's totally up to you. A lot of birds in this reading. I feel like there's a sense of freedom that comes from letting go of the past, or from healing those issues from the past. I feel like it's very much a family relationship. Tell me about toil and labour and child, please. Happiness. I think you've been working hard on your happiness. You've been working hard on getting those rainbows back into your life, on having the relationships that mean something to you, finding the people who you want to spend time with, who make you happy, working out we're just really working out what makes you happy. And I think, again, this sense of like the rainbow colours here and here, I think you've done a lot of healing work from the past, and perhaps you're scared of messing that up if this person comes back in. But I feel like they've been working on themselves as well with this 8 of Pentacles here. There is a sense with this card, the 4 of Cups, of maybe smelling a rat in the situation, maybe not quite trusting this person, not trusting their motives. The 4 of Cups is a card about refusing to take an offer that's coming forward, refusing to look at a relationship, but it's like the universe is bringing in this brilliant opportunity to you that perhaps you don't see just yet. That's kind of the meaning of that card. So let's pull you an advice card then. I'm just going to have a bit more of my coffee because I need it today. Tuesday, it was difficult to get up this morning. Blame Tuesday. Best advice, please, for Scorpio or those coming to the reading today. The best advice, please, that you can give Scorpio or those coming to the reading today. Please flipped and went back in. I didn't see what it was. Best card you can give me. There we go, we've got one. Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael is an energy, a universal energy that comes in the guise of a person. They're healing the heart chakra as well. So there could be an opportunity here to heal an emotional wound. It could be with this person. It could be just generally healing an emotional wound connected to some kind of family lineage. But this person will come in the guise of they usually come in the guise of a helpful person in your life. So somebody could be entering your life who comes along to help you heal some kind of emotional wound, is the way that I'm seeing this. There could be an opportunity here. It's like an angel in disguise. The Queen of Roses, it could be a female, it could be somebody who's very, very loving, somebody who's quite passionate, a very warm energy. Fated meeting in reverse. Which way, please? Did you want this in reverse? No, they wanted it in the upright, quite clearly. Yeah, so exactly, fated meeting. I feel like somebody is coming into your life here. It doesn't necessarily have to be a female. It's just somebody in a very, very nurturing, kind of like almost like a mothering energy, a maternal energy, or a romantic interest. It's almost like the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands together. So it's somebody, it could be a relationship that feels very, very loving and passionate. There's emotion there to it though. The Ark of the Covenant there underneath. A bit of Indiana Jones coming into your reading. So let's read this fated meeting. Number 7, again, it feels like destiny. It's funny, those songs almost felt like that as well. Some of those, I was picking up on that kind of like soul contract. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a romantic interest. It doesn't, you know, I mean, the Queen of Wands, Roses, though, is definitely very loving, very sexy, very passionate. But you don't have to necessarily have a romantic relationship with this person. You could be friends, it could be colleagues, it could be a family member, it could be a random person that just comes into your life for a brief moment, but they bring in some kind of information or some kind of event that puts the wheels in motion for whatever I think this healing is for you. So I'm just trying to get comfy while I read this. Fated meeting. A clock tower stands with its hands pointing to just a few minutes before 12. A man and a woman approach each other, coming to meet at the time that was predetermined by their higher selves, who are shown above them, translucent and shining. With this card, you are coming to a very important relationship in your life. Either it is entirely new or an existing relationship is being lifted to a much higher experience. Karma from your past lives may have brought you two together, so it's important for both of you to stay alert. Keep your individual and collective growth a priority, and act with deference and compassion to yourselves and to each other. If you both honour your karmic course, this could be one of the highest relationships you can know. The card can also show a fated meeting with another about a work situation, a creative project, or an important purpose that you hold. This too is likely karmic. Perhaps it's a past life publisher, a spiritual teacher, a brother or a sister. Whoever this is, it's a powerful and promising relationship. So get ready, it's almost time. Could be anything. It could be a past life thing that's playing out here. You know, somebody who was your father in a past life who you had a difficult relationship with, and now this person's re-entering your life, and you're going to be able to heal that relationship, but in this existence, if you believe that sort of thing. If you don't, that's absolutely fine. It could be somebody who comes in and reminds you of somebody that you had a difficult relationship with. Perhaps they trigger you in the same way, but perhaps it's almost as if this person's going to hold up a mirror to you so that you can reflect yourself back at yourself. You can see your own patterns of behaviour possibly playing out in this other person, so you can almost see yourself more objectively. You can understand your own behaviours because you see it reflected in this other person. It could be something like this. Whatever it is, it doesn't mean that it has to be. It could be a short relationship, a long relationship. It's what you make of it. Karma is both good and bad, or neither. Karma is simply reaping what you sow, or a sense of destiny or fate. And you have autonomy within that. I would say you always need to act in the highest honour. You need to figure out what the right thing is for you. You know, why is this situation here? What is it here to teach you? I think is the question. All right, Scorpio, I hope that was helpful to you. Best of luck with that. Do take care, and I'll be back with you again soon. Leave me a like if you liked. If you feel like this is perhaps the story of a friend, they don't have to be Scorpio. It could be that they've got heavy Scorpio energy in the chart, or perhaps the person they're going to meet is a Scorpio. You know, if you've recognised this story in someone you know, do share the video. It really helps me out to build my channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me a like, leave me a comment if you have anything to say, and if you want to come in as a stealth watcher, I totally understand that too. Best of luck, Scorpio. Take care.